Ajarn Meng.
Yeah, hi Eugene. Okay.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Here we meet again.
And since the last video that came out, we have comments and requests for me to interview you again and to answer some questions and also to hear some of the stories that you have.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? And having spoken to you off camera, I found there's a lot more that you do.
Okay, yeah.
And I want to learn from you so we can talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a nice sharing section that we have today.
Is there anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
Now, besides love spells, besides wealth, which is like the common things that most people want, there's something else that you have done that I think has not been talked about enough. And I know this and I ask this because someone from my community came to see you. And the person has a physical ailment in the leg. And you managed to heal that immediately after one session.
Oh, I think it was in the hand.
Okay.
It should be in the hand. I think it happened like few weeks ago before I went for my overseas trip. So I managed to heal her. I actually helped her do a repentance prayer. From what I understand, she told me that she has actually visited a lot of doctors, chiropractic doctors, and even go to like big hospitals to do checkup, X-ray, everything. But her condition didn't improve for the past 4 to 5 years. But I was able to heal her that day because her sickness was actually caused by, in our layman's word, we would say like bad karma. So all the while she has been suffering from all this unnecessary pain, and no matter how much chiropractic section she went and how much medicine she took, how much painkiller she took, she still suffered the pain. It was because it's caused by bad karma. So that's why after the prayer of clearing her of her bad karma, she can feel the difference instantly. And I remember she can hold her hands up instantly.
Okay, maybe you can describe to me that how, when you first met her, from the time you met her to the time she leave, what do you do and what was the reaction?
The auntie actually came up to me with the daughter, and they actually came up for other issue and not for healing. But during the section, I saw the auntie and I can feel that she has this issue of bad karma affecting her health. So I have a few words with her and I asked her, Auntie, are you actually suffering from this issue right now? And she said yes. And I said, okay, I will do a karma reducing prayer, repentance prayer for you right now. Is it okay? If it's okay, after this prayer, you will be relieved from a lot of pain. So she believed in me. So she done the repentance prayer with me instantly, and I do the healing prayer for her instantly, and her hand was able to bring up instantly, which her hand, she can only bring up her hand only up to here for the past 4 to 5 years. And she can only lift up her hand once at a time. So the first time after the prayer, she can lift up her hand instantly, and the second section, she can lift up both her hands together and she fold her hands back. And before the second section, she actually went back to the chiropractic doctor. The doctor actually told her that it was a miracle because her arms has already regained strength, and they just put it open slot lah.
Okay.
So she no need to like go up and follow up so much more. And I'm still waiting for some X-ray report from her because that day after the healing section, I actually do a joint connection prayer to help her to actually fix her hand better. So right now they are waiting for the X-ray report.
Because the words used it was a miracle. So it's an instant, from pain, 5 years, they cannot move the arm, to an instant cure.
That was instant. That was instant on that day itself, immediately after the prayer.
So hi everyone, my mom has been having a lot of arm shoulder problems here for a very long time already, like about 4 or 5 years. She couldn't really lift the arm beyond 45 degrees, but after all those healing prayers and forgiveness, she managed to reach her arm pretty much to 90 degrees. And also all the retention that she had in the water, in the ankles and everything has been reduced a lot. So we are looking forward, she's especially looking forward to a much smoother help with the future rearing. Thank you.
Is that a unique situation? Do people take a longer time to heal, or based on your experience and you've done this for 18 years, the people that come to you, and if it's the right person, based on a karmic effect, you can clear. If it's not karmic,
then it will be harder.
Okay.
If it is not karmic, then I will have to use the merit making type. Like, let's say if someone comes to me, their parents are actually like in the hospital right now, and the doctor say that it's a very dangerous situation, and if the astrology really do reveal that their parents actually have chance of leaving them during this period of time, so if not karmic, then we will have to use the merit way of making merits for the parents so that we can extend their lifespan.
karmic and merits, these are only two ways.
Yes.
Are there any other quick methods using goals,
For healing wise, definitely there's nothing related to other goals. But it is actually making repentance to all the ghost spirit or any spirits that you might have offended in the past. So it is like more like saying sorry and giving back what you have owed. So it can be related to ghosts and it can not be related to ghosts.
Now, 18 years in the practice, I'm sure you have seen a lot of things.
Yeah.
And if you know Supernatural Confessions community, we love to hear stories.
Okay.
Right? And I think no better person to ask than a practicing master who has probably seen the more things than what lay people have seen. Most of the lay people who have seen maybe shadow, pontiana, a bit of disturbance, a bit of sound. But you have seen possession cases, demonic cases. So this is a moment where I want to pull out all these stories from you.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I think the most exciting one, I think would be a black magic case. So this victim was actually a black magic for 1 whole year, and it actually exploded one shot because during that time when she was started being cast black magic, she was actually pregnant. So during her pregnancy, actually no signs of any black magic attacking her. I handled that case, and when I took over, her condition was very serious because all the black magic signs actually all came out and revealed 1 month later after her pregnancy. She vomited out Indonesian coin. She lie down, her leg actually flew up by herself. So, and she has this...
So I think what, she levitated off the bed?
Half the body. And her private area, her vagina was actually very smelly. And she passed out a lot of all those like sticky things, all this. Because the person who actually do this black magic on this woman, right, was actually an ex-lover of the husband. So it was meant out of to revenge.
Yeah.
And how did the situation get so bad? Because when the person who engaged all the different black magic master, right, when they engaged the first one to do on her, but they see that nothing happened because that time was actually during pregnancy. It's not that the black magic is not effective. It is actually effective, but it is residing in the body of the victim. But however, the person who actually engaged all the different black magic master thought that it was not working. So she approached the second one, she approached the third one, she approached the fifth one. So that's why all the different kind of signs of black magic attacking the victim was so jialat.
It's in her the husband's lover.
Ex-lover. Yes.
Cast spell on her.
Yes.
And then all one shot after she gave birth.
1 month later after she gave birth, all came up. And that was one of the hardest cases and the most exciting case I seen because we went back, she came back looking for us for like 5 times, and all the 5 different times, right, all the things that we remove out and cast out are all different items. So it also means that they are all done by different master. Nails, crops hair, bones. So all the different items was actually like removed from her, and she went out to the toilet, she peeled out all the smelly things, and there was this like very, very direct prayer where we hold her hands, and those human bones that was actually the effect of the black magic that was cast on her just came out from the other part of the body.
And she was able to be saved.
90% better.
Okay, wow.
She was 90% better.
Do you then send back all these things to the master who that cast it?
Normally we won't send it back because for master who remove black magic, right, it's actually a very dangerous job. Because let's say right now I help you to remove black magic, but the person who actually engage all the different master who do the black magic, right, she can engage 2, she can engage 3, she can engage 4, she can engage 5. So it's like one master going against, like you don't know how many opponents you have.
Yeah.
So it's a very dangerous job.
So just don't send back.
So normally don't send back. Help to clear, keep ourselves protected. That's it.
But would you be attacked? Because when you clear something,
For
the
some
other side will know.
for some cases, yes. So normally we will do like some prayers to protect ourselves, and the prayers has been done daily, lah. So normally, like for myself, we will have one voodoo in our own names. We will place it in the altar. So if there's anything that will happen, the voodoo that has my own name will actually help me to block everything first.
Firewall lah.
Yes, fire. Get a firewall to protect ourselves.
Yeah. Now, I mean, 18 years in the industry, probably nothing scares you. I've been in it for 10 years, and people ask me, am I scared of ghosts? I can honestly say I'm not, because we are acclimatized to this on a daily basis. But we have started somewhere. Like 18 years ago, as a young Ajarn or Ajarn trainee, right? Think there would be some occasions where you had what the fuck moment. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I do remember. So actually, those were the most scariest time was actually going into the Thai cemetery last time. If you ask me, when I go and witness on the making of all those like crops oils, and witness how all those ambulance that is related to the dead are being actually resurrected. So that is the more scarier part.
Okay. Possession and black magic. Any of such stories that you can share with us?
This one just happened in Singapore. It's looking the incident took place in Yishun shopping center.
Yishun. See, Yishun again.
Okay. So I have this devotee. Her daughter actually went missing 3 years ago, and when she was found by the police, she was actually sleeping in the toilet cabinet in Yishun shopping center. So after she was found, after she was brought back to the house, she didn't step out of the house for 3 years. And after she go back to the house, she actually start voicing like a male voices, and it's not just one voices, it's different voices. So different voices, her appetite actually changed. She start to like to take all those raw items like sashimi, all this, and it's almost every day. So she's a changed person. She don't step out of the room. She don't step out of the house for 3 years. And whenever, sometimes she don't bathe also. So when the parents actually walk past the room, they can actually smell those like very, very funny smell, and it's not those body odor. It's like very strange smell.
Okay.
So they were not able to contact me till, because I was in Thailand for 4 years. So they only managed to contact me last year. And after meeting up with them, I actually told them what was the issue. Because before me, they actually contacted a lot of master. So some of the master, they say that she's being possessed by demons. Some say she's being possessed by ghost spirit. But for me, I take a different stand after I read her astrology. So actually on that day when she was actually lost in the Yishun shopping center toilet, right? Actually on that day itself, she actually have clashed astrology, and she has high chances that she might lose her life in a fatal accident that day. But because the parents are very sincere Buddhism and they do a lot of donation and merit making, so it was the parents' kind deeds that actually helped their daughter to escape death on that day. But even though she escaped death, but of course she will still have to face something, and that's why she suffered from this issue for 3 years. She was not possessed by evil spirits, she was not possessed by demons, but she was actually possessed by low-ranking deities. This also explains why they have a lot of all the gods, Buddha image at home, but their daughter can still walk around freely and not afraid at all, because she has been possessed by those low-ranking deities. And those deities, they don't have any position. So they possess her at that moment, actually is also to save her life. But after she possessed her already, of course, just by saving her life, they also want to gain something back.
Yeah.
So it was only the parents, after they come to me, I told them, those deities actually want merit so that they can actually go elsewhere. So the parents start to do merrymakings for the daughter for 1 whole year. But every time when he see improvement. So all the voices actually reduce, and all the strange habits actually start to reduce. And she start to bathe herself, she start to have demands, asking the parents to buy her new clothes, buy new furniture, all this. So every month after a certain donation, merit-making prayer, they see improvement. And she stepped out of the house 3 months ago, and right now she can just go to any Thai temples and she accept blessing. So she's back to normal.
So in this case, actually, the possession is a good thing, right?
Yes, but a lot of people, they think possession is not a good thing. But for me, I think for this case, because she actually escaped death, I think it happens for a good reason.
I want to know about this possession thing, right? Is it possible that everybody gets possession, or is possession something that only happens to specific people?
Possession can happen to everyone, but it will not manifest at any time. Some person, they can be possessed at a certain period of time, and it only start to manifest like 3 to 5 years later. Because during that time, the person's luck can be very good. So the spirit or the deities or whatever demons that actually possess or occupy a certain area of the body can't do anything to him at that moment of time. But when the astrology is going down and when the luck is down, and that's when everything starts to manifest. So it doesn't have to like happen overnight. Of course, for some cases, for people who are very sensitive, it can happen overnight.
Okay.
But there are people who are actually very firm with themselves. They think nothing can happen to them. It can actually take a period of time before they admit that they are actually victims of possession. I have a devotee many years ago. He was a taxi driver. He don't believe in ghosts, but he want to see ghosts. So he went to look for a lot of master to so-called open his third eye. He's willing to pay 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 to you if you are able to make him see ghosts. I brought him to places like Penang. So I brought him to a few haunted places. He sit up there the whole night with his eyes wide open, looking around. We told them there's some spirits over here. He looked over there, he see nothing. Of course, we use our video cameras, all this. We do see some, refraction, which we believe are manufactured of all those spirits. We see all those orbs, all this.
Okay.
We just look at there, and he run over there. Where is it? He run on top. We tell him there's some over there. He will run over there. Where is it? He didn't manage to see ghosts all these years. But his health was very jialat. His luck was very jialat. He's a taxi driver. He meet with accident for at least 5 times a year. And it's those very jialat one. So there are such cases where it is still not the time for that person to actually to be able to see. Because if your astrology are more on the gang side, right? In the Chinese, we will say gang side, which is more on the strong one. So it's not that easy for you to go and see. Just like some people, they are selected, they are talent for learning magic, for learning Chinese magic, because they can feel the dates, they can feel the spirits easily, but some are not that easy. So that was that incident. That was the only guy that I seen that he want to see ghosts.
And open up also the third eye, go through ritual, also just cannot. It's not in his chart.
I can tell you what he tried. He go and get the cow tails, he rub cow tails, he use all those NMP, he apply the NMP on himself, on his forehead, on his eye. He sleep in the cemetery. He go to the cemetery, cover himself with like blanket, sleep openly over there. And out of this respect, he even, the Chinese believe there are some ways to actually directly offend some spirits. So he actually climb up on the tomb of those other people's ancestors, sit on there, curse and swear the spirit and say that if you are real, manifest and let me see you. So he did things like this.
Even though he can't see them, but they whack him, they still whack his luck and everything.
Yes, his luck was very bad, especially 3 years later after he started doing all this. For the first year, he don't really feel anything yet, but he just feel that he lost some of his income, but he thought it was a coincidence because he thought he spent too much time trying to look for ghosts and didn't concentrate on driving. But after that, things actually lost control, got worse, and by the time when he want to seek forgiveness, actually his financial status was very bad, and he don't even have like money to put food on the table.
And you have something to show me today?
I have we talk about the Maikan.
So what's a Maikan?
Okay, Maikan is basically a pair of wood. So normally before I do any prayer for anyone, or after I do prayers for everyone, I will let most of my devotees feel the Maikan. So it is like giving you an answer if the prayer, the blessing for you today will be successful. So you can actually feel the wood moving by itself. And if you are going to see result very fast, the wood will actually move very fast.
Okay.
But if it is not going to be effective or is going to be slow, so actually the movement of the mica of the two pieces of wood will also be very slow.
Okay, so I like to put myself to this kind of situations, right? Am I able to test with the mica and see where I stand with?
Yeah, definitely.
Is there any side effect that will backfire?
No. But because before I let you try the mica, maybe you can wish for something that actually you want to achieve. And if this thing will come true, you will be successful, then you can feel the movement of the mic. So if it does not move, it meaning you can give up this idea.
Walao. Guys, so Supernatural Confessions channel will depend on this mic, okay? You never move, maybe channel close down tomorrow already. Okay, come, I'm ready to go.
Okay, sure. ขอเจ้าแม่พระภัยเป็นลมปราขอเจ้าพระนายเป็นสอยสามวันขอเจ้าพ่อประกันเป็นดวงใจขอเจ้าแม่คงคาเป็นน้ำไหลขอเจ้าแม่ธรณีเป็นกำลังกายข้าพเจ้าทำงานสิ่งใดผู้ใดมันใดอย่านำมาเบียดเบียน
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.